Okay, so here are the facts. Make me feel bad. My next guest is a technology wizard who was basically bored with school at the age of 12. He started his first successful tech business at that young age, where then he developed software and hardware for the likes of, I don't know, Nabisco and Motorola. After this, during his teenage years, he went on to do high-level tech work for a number of well-known U.S. corporations, from EMC to Nike. Now, fast forward, he has a brilliant career in technology, and he has started several successful tech companies. Today, he joins us to talk about his latest venture, a man they call Boston's new Bill Gates, Brookline's own Rick Fredkin, who is now an old man, 34 years old. Welcome to Urban Update.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for having me. Quite an introduction there. Thank you.
I wish I would have had you on when you were 12.
Well, see, it was actually 13 when I started, so 1 year off there. But yes, yeah, well.
You're here now, right?
I'm here now, yep.
So before we get into your new venture, because I'm fascinated with this. I mean, 13, you started this. Were you really bored in school? I mean, was this something that happened? You kind of like, were not your normal 13-year-old at that age?
I guess not. It sort of worked out that way. So it wasn't necessarily that I was bored in school. I was maybe the square peg. So the point was, school was not an environment that worked for me. And sort of out of desperation is how I went into the workforce and found a place for myself there. And that was, it happened to be at the age of 13. I was a software developer, real-time industrial control as a programmer. And that was the start of my career.
That is amazing. Okay, so now let's fast forward a little bit. We'll come back to the future in a little bit. But Eduporium, okay? This is another company you've started, right?
Exactly.
How do you describe it? What's your elevator pitch when someone says, okay, what is this new company you're starting?
Okay, so we are an online store and distribution point for innovative products to kids and the education market. So that's our focus. When I say innovative products, I'm talking about things like robotics, microcomputers, things that address coding, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and just a lot of products that are coming around that area. So we are, again, a distribution point and selling into education.
So who would be, for example, your clients? Who are some of the customers that you have?
Absolutely. So we're e-commerce, so any parent or anybody can go on the site and find products, and we have starter activities. But also, we have a concentration. We help schools and institutions bring these products in and figure out how to use them, provide solutions around them, because the ultimate goal is to get these to our students, to our kids, and actually have these products be used and have them gain the knowledge around these products.
What is the age that you're shooting for?
It goes all the way from my daughter, who's 4 years old. We have little robots that
I heard she's a CEO of a company already.
No, not yet. Later. She's working on it. But we have little robots that are great for very young kids. All the way up to high school, plenty of stuff, and even beyond.
Excellent. This is amazing. Now can we go back a little, because I'm very fascinated with your teenage years and kind of what made you the man that you are today. So you grew up in Brookline.
I did.
And you're a Boston guy.
I am.
And then you started, so take me through this. What was your, like, at 17, your work day, or, you know?
Let's see, 17, I think I was at EMC, and I was doing assembly low-level diagnostic code for their big hard drives.
See, right there you lost me.
Oh yeah, so I was programming on their big refrigerator-sized hard drives. Okay. And my day was, it's in front of a screen. Problems would happen up in the next release. They'd send that down to me. I'd replicate it 100,000 times, send it back up so they could find it. And big company environment. But, had many jobs, did consulting around that time too. So again, as you mentioned, Nike was responsible for the hardware for their first email service. It was interesting. It was fun. It was funny to have me around and funny to be there for everyone involved. It was an interesting time. So very unique.
Yeah, because you're a 17, 18-year-old kid.
Even back when I was 13, 15, going out to business dinners or business trips, and all the above.
Did you need a chaperone?
No. My parents, let me out to do these things, but it was all quite interesting and unusual.
That is a great story. Now, have you thought of writing a book or documenting all of this stuff? Because it's a pretty compelling story.
Yeah. Well, thanks for mentioning it. Well, I have Eduporium now, and I hope for that to be the compelling story and full time getting it going. So.
See, I'm giving you some tips here.
Yeah,
That's another tip, right?
There we go.
As long as I make a cameo in the movie. That's
Okay, all right,
When they
perfect. Well,
make the
this
movie,
is my first interview, so
Okay,
for
there you go.
Eduporium, so you get a cameo.
I get a little credit right
Yep.
there at the end, a little cameo. All right, so tell me a little bit more about what kind of sets your company apart from the services that you guys provide. What would you say is the differentiating factor?
Absolutely. So we do have some competition in the space. Some big box retailers of various kinds and even online have found that this space is interesting and worth paying attention to in terms of STEM education and the products that we're selling. What really differentiates us is we have more of a consultative nature in how we go about delivering these products into education and for students. So we're providing activities, content. When we talk to schools, there's a lot of back and forth, and the information we get from talking with educational institutions, we can bring back and then use for other educational institutions.
All right,
So it's really quite different.
I'm going to put the website up on screen, but you're
Okay.
also on Facebook. Are you on social media and everything?
Absolutely. We're all over social media, so please make sure to follow us and check us out. We have some interesting things coming down the line, and we should have a contest coming in the next month where we will be giving away something every day if you know the correct answer.
All right.
So
empowering the future with technology, Eduporium. All right, my friend. Man, this is a fascinating story. I love
absolutely,
it.
and go Patriots.
Yeah, go Patriots. And thank
Yep.
Colette Phillips for coming up with this great guest.
Okay.
There's a winner, Colette. I love it. I love it. All right. Coming up next, some local business shop. Let's talk a little business shop talk with some folks from our friends from Mass Growth Capital Corporation. Are going to be right here on Urban Update. Next.